Underwater is a new sci-fi film starring Kristen Stewart, TJ Miller, Jessica Hendrick is in this film. And basically what you have is you have Kristen Stewart, she's working on this base that's down in I forget what the trench is, the super deep trench at the bottom of the ocean. And they crack into something and some creature is let loose and all hell breaks loose. That's kind of the gist of it. I will say the trailers did interest me. It looked kind of cool. And, you know, I'm a sucker for a lot of these kind of survival or sci-fi or alien type films. And I will say in the trailer, it shows that beginning scene where she's walking through and there starts to be a leak and stuff. That is literally the beginning of the movie. So you jump right into the action, and it never really lets up from there. And everybody's really good in the film. Yes, TJ Miller's pretty good. Jessica Hendrick's good. Kristen Stewart is good in this film. And I didn't hate the film. It's not as bad as some January films have been before. You can tell, I think Chris Stuckman or Jeremy Johnson, one of them, said that that Fox/Disney clearly didn't know what to do with this film, and so they just dropped it into January. And I don't think it's deserving of a January film, but I will say it's not great. Like, I think I went into it hoping it would be a little bit better than just average. It's got like a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's pretty much right. I mean, I will say it crosses a line. At the beginning, it's like, oh, they're paying homage to like Alien or Aliens, but then it gets to a point where it's a ripoff and becomes almost a copy of the film. Kristen Stewart's running around the whole time in her underwear being a badass, and there's just you can tell there were some budget constraints at times, which, you know, sometimes that makes it really cool to where, you know, a lot of times if you don't see the creatures, it's more frightening and more tense. But sometimes stuff looked weird and they would just cut away, or it'd be really dark and you couldn't see what was going on. Sometimes like that, it's, you know, not very cool. I like the little mech suit things they wore. I mean, those were really cool. And like, the story was pretty interesting. But like I said, it almost becomes Aliens, and it feels a lot longer than it is. It's only an hour and a half movie, or hour 35 minutes. And towards the end, I was starting to get over it. So while I don't think it's the greatest movie of all time, it was pretty good. It's definitely worth a rent, or check it out on Netflix or something later on down the line. I'm going to give Underwater a 3 out of 5. Until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.